Mazel, morons. Welcome back to the Good Guys podcast. Ben, you're wearing that Arc'teryx shirt, and I think it's because you look flippin' cute in it.
I think I need a new shirt. But Josh, before we get derailed early, I want to know, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate yourself as a wedding guest?
Ooh, great question. Great one. All right, here's the deal, right? I'm going to eat. I'm going to dance. I'm going to not talk to nobody. I'm a hard 7. You?
It depends on, okay, I definitely should have clarified. Best friend's wedding. Let's start there. How are you at your best friend's wedding? Are you feeling the weight on your shoulders? How are you at a family member's wedding? Let's say that Paige's beautiful sisters got married. How great are you at that wedding? Or it's the same answer.
I am the ultimate guest no matter what because I am here to serve the party, not myself. How about you?
I'm here to serve the party, not myself. I am that one, there's a horror going on. I'm running. Can somebody get this man some water? Okay, I'm water guy.
Yes.
Okay, I'm always looking out. Are you dehydrated? Because you probably are. You threw back a couple of shots.
You're on Molly.
Dancing, Hava Nagila. Probably some hard drugs. Something's going on. I'm worried about your water. Then, okay, I'm the one who puts your father-in-law in the chair. Okay,
yes.
I assume the responsibility of gathering the 6 huskiest men with the burliest arms to lift your 300-pound father-in-law that is terrified of getting on that chair.
Human pillars.
I'm talking to him. I'm like, you got to get on the chair. He's like, I don't want to get on the chair. I'm like, you're gonna want this. Okay, your future self is gonna want this. I'm talking him off the ledge. I'm talking him onto the chair. This is exactly, by the way, what I had to do at my sister's wedding. My dad didn't want to get on the chair. He was scared, but we got him on that chair, Josh.
And here is the worst thing you can do at a wedding.
2 Jews, both big and tall, no subject too small for the good guys. A mother's dream, premium podcast team, make it your weekly routine. It's a Good Guys. And if you don't give us 5 stars, what are you nuts? What are you nuts? Yeah, we're the good guys, we're not the great guys. We're just so good and the good guys. Whoa.
Look, the worst thing that you can do at a wedding, truly, is make it about anyone but the bride and groom. If you take even a breath of their shine, honey, excuse yourself forever.
So we've spoken about this in the past. How many past hors d'oeuvres is too many? If the food's out, you're eating all the food, are you worried potentially about looking like a schnurr at a wedding? I've mentioned this in the past. I have a friend that anytime he waits at the front entrance, the second that past hors d'oeuvre comes out, 18 cocktail weenies down his throat. Nobody else gets anything but his perspective. He's at a wedding, and it's nice to eat. It's nice to enjoy. It's nice to be. That's his version of being a guest, Josh, is eating. How do you feel about that?
I get it. What you're referring to is BGE, Big Gonif Energy. And I couldn't agree with you more. But you know what? We have 2 incredible. You and I, it's like we're a brain trust,
Yes.
This is a think tank, okay?
Yes.
So it's a kvetch tank. So I say, let's do a meeting of the minds. Let's do a mind melder.
Kvetch tank. That's what this is.
That's our new show. Instead of Shark Tank, Kvetch Tank.
Funny.
Kvetch Tank. We don't invest in a thing. We just tear it down.
We just rip it to smithereens.
Who would want this? You are nuts for coming here.
Let me tell you, this was a bad idea. Okay? this idea has no merit. Not only am I not giving you any money, nobody should give you any money. And now that this episode is aired, your business is as good as dead.
And
welcome to the kvetch tank.
We're all over the place.
Should we go back to the wedding or no? Should we go back to the wedding
first. Wedding first.
Okay, wedding first. We were talking about being a good guest at a wedding.
Let's create the spread from, I'll start us off, right? As you're walking up to the wedding, right? Probably if it's an evening wedding, it means the reception's at what, 4? 3:30?
Probably. Yes.
Funny time. right?
It is.
Because you
It is.
probably ate breakfast and you didn't do lunch because you said, I'm going to crush this wedding.
Yes.
So I don't want
Yes.
to overfill. But by 3:30, that stomach, it's growling. And you
It's
don't
hungry.
know, are these people morons and having a 90-minute wedding because they have no understanding of the social contract? Or are they smart and having a 20-minute wedding? So now you're like, God, and this is why people become such schnurrs during the past hors
Because they don't know
d'oeuvres
when they're
hour.
going to eat again. They're worried. It's scarcity complex. They don't know.
I say small bite meze plate as you walk in, nothing crunchy. Nothing crunchy. What do you think?
That's smart because, yeah, crunch could really get everywhere, but also that meze plate, the hummus right on the chest. I've been to both types of weddings. My favorite type of wedding is you walk into food. You walk
before the reception.
Yeah.
Tell
Yeah.
me more about that. I've never been to a wedding with food before reception.
So you walk into a tish, which is you're singing, you're dancing. There's a ketubah, which is the marriage document in Judaism was signed, and there's typically food. Whether that's a nice meat plate, you got some salamis and like charcuterie, and sometimes there's past hors d'oeuvres.
Is it
Depends on how big you wanna make it.
charcuterie? Is that how you pronounce it?
Charcuterie.
You're fucking charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
Okay,
of
I
those-
believe you. I
one of-
think I called it charcuterie. I think I said char, but it's charcuterie.
I think it's charcuterie. It could be charcuterie. It could be char and not char. It could be Shahs of Sunset, charcuterie. It could be. We need Reza Farahan on this show. We are not going there, though, because we're still talking about the wedding. But Reza Farahan, they did a reboot of Shahs Into the Valley.
I know it's
He
awful.
lost
I
200
love it.
pounds. He lost 200 pounds, and I want to have him on the show. I want to learn about his weight loss journey. But yeah, you eat. Sometimes people dial this up. Sometimes you have a brisket over there. They're carving the brisket before the wedding. Now I know what
Wow.
you're thinking, though. I know what you're thinking. You're gonna get dirty. So this is typically not for like that part, the heavy eating, not for anybody in the bridal party. Because if somebody else gets dirty, really, who cares? All you care about is, are you dirty for the picture? Are you dirty for the picture? But yeah, so I've been where you go, you eat something, you have a drink too, the bar's open. Then you go, and that's the best kind of wedding because you're not hungry, you're not thirsty, you're lightly liquored, you're prone to crying, you're not agitated, but that also sometimes creates a bit of a peanut gallery. If somebody's had 2 margaritas and all of a sudden they don't realize where they are anymore, maybe they're talking a little bit too loudly. Maybe they're having their own type of conversation while we're trying to watch these lovely 2 people get married. So, pros and cons.
Okay, the perfect pre-wedding is a soft pretzel bar and small glasses of smoothie. Right?
Josh, carbs. You're right.
Hot, beautiful pretzels. And just you go in, you sit down, you're munching on pretzels, soft as soft could be, no crunch. And then you're washing it down with a little banana berry smoothie. Maybe, and in the smoothie is a probiotics compound, right? To get the stomach ready with digestive enzymes.
Okay.
And maybe some element or electrolytes because they know you're going to be boozing.
Okay, I see that. I hear that. I raise you a peptide bar. Okay?
Perfect.
You walk in, Josh, and you are getting a cocktail of Dr. Conover's finest. He asks you exactly what he wants. He draws out a nice needle, shoots you right in the keister, and then you take your seat. You go hot pretzel, peptide bar, seat.
Yes. Great.
Okay?
Hors d'oeuvres hour, go.
Oh, okay. I love a tuna tartare and a wonton. Fantastic.
Pig in a blanket.
Pigs in a blanket. Obvious, Josh. I love a chicken satay skewer. I love anything skewered.
With a
Okay?
thick peanut sauce.
Thick. I love a mini spring roll with also another thick sauce, maybe a sweet chili.
And maybe a fresh roll while we're being crazy. Let's do a
Oh
little Vietnamese beautiful fresh roll.
I love it. You call it a fresh roll, I call it a summer roll. I don't know who's right, but they're the same thing and they're freaking delicious. And you need that same thick-ass peanut sauce, Josh. It takes everything fresh or summery completely out of it. It's this very, very healthy little roll. Rice paper, maybe a little mint,
Rice
some julienne,
noodle.
carrots, and you just dunk in 400 calories of peanut sauce. Now that's what I'm talking about.
That should be one of our first products. Thick ass peanut sauce.
Ooh, I love it. Okay, what other past hors d'oeuvres am I feeling at this beautiful wedding? Oh, I love lamb. You ever have lamb chops at a wedding when they come around? That's fabulous. A little
Lollipops.
mint jelly.
Little
those
lollipops. Great.
are fantastic.
I also think you can do a nice beef tartare if you do it really well. Nice beef tartare on, and this is a new thing. I've been dying to go. There's a restaurant called Squirrel in LA where the great Jordan Oken and Max Shapiro of the Mad Food podcast were talking about. Squirrel is like this ultimate brunch, breakfasty type food place, but they started doing dinner service, and they are serving. You ready for this? They're really serving gribbiness. Okay, they're serving chopped liver, but they're doing chicken liver mousse with a celery butter on top. So it's this beautiful green layer above this like whipped mousse of chicken liver on a thick, crusty bread. It's supposed to be insane. It looks so good.
I have an aversion to chicken liver mousse only because Claudia and I watch Ina Garten before bed. We recently stopped, but for a while we were watching Ina. And I guess it's a show that we kind of like scroll on our phones, we kind of watch. And somehow, 5 straight nights in a row, we would be watching, and all of a sudden she'd start making chicken liver mousse. And we'd turn to each other and we're like, again? Again she's making chicken liver mousse?
So good.
No, the same episode just kept starting. We would press a different episode and it would automatically go to the chicken liver mousse episode. And I just like, if I hear Ina Garten say chicken liver mousse one more time, I'm going to kill myself. So while that sounds delicious, it was too much.
I just imagine you rolling over to Canoodle with the wonderful Claudia, and you just hear from far away. I'm finished.
Welcome back. Oh my God. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, man, we would cry. You and I. What if you and I redid the Wedding Planner movie with J-Lo, but you and I both played J-Lo?
Yes, we should be wedding planners. We'd be so good, so gay. That's our coming out party. That's it. We'd go in it 2 straight guys. We'd leave episode 8. We are flamboyant as fuck.
It's like Heated Rivalry, but for fatzos.
We need more weddings. We need more wedding receptions where people aren't getting married. I just want the food. I just want the experience. I don't need the rest of it, you know?
Yeah.
The past hors d'oeuvres, we don't get past hors d'oeuvres, Josh, enough in life. Past hors d'oeuvres, I guess that's like a tapas restaurant, but the tapas is always, it's so serious. You never get pigs in a blanket at a tapas place. You never get spring rolls at a tapas place. You know, I want a wedding-inspired tapas place. I don't know if that exists, but
you really did. You really did set me up for an amazing list that I put together before we started, which were top 5 most expensive celebrity weddings. Ready?
Ooh, wow! I teed you up fantastic.
Beautifully. I can't.
What do we got?
Enough. Well, you know, we have covered this one. The most recent one was Anat Ambani and Radhika Merchant. And it was an estimated wedding that was $500 to $600 million in cost. Multi-month global celebration with private cruises, international performances, including Rihanna and Justin Bieber. And it had a full fireworks display. Not bad.
I'm not going to lie, Josh. You can miss me on that. Months? What?
It's crazy.
What are we? Months? It sounds, honestly, as amazing as it sounds like a grave inconvenience to all of your guests. Would you agree?
It's a big commitment.
It's a big commitment. Too much. You get Rihanna and you get J Biebs and they perform the night of, and you have one amazing weekend. That's what I'll give you. More than that, it just is not respecting my time, right?
It's fair.
Or am I crazy for that?
You know, it's a lot. It's a big commitment, but rich people are living on a timeline that we don't know about.
So then you got to pay me. You know, like maybe they think that we all got it like that, where we can take 3 months off of work and do nothing, that's fine. If you have $600 million for your wedding, pay me. Pay me to stay.
Like, I had heard all the groomsmen got like some $250,000 AP watch. Like, it was.
I guess that's pretty good. And if you needed the cash, you could always just sell that off.
And these people, I think they love their kids. I'm not sure they like their kids. Like, there's just more than enough excuses to be like, these children are going to be wonderfully handled by my staff while I'm at, the Ambani nuptials.
Yes. Okay.
Fair enough. All right.
Fair enough.
Another one. Prince Charles and Lady Diana Spencer in 1981. $110 million, inflation adjusted. A global broadcast spectacle at St. Paul's Cathedral. Security and scale drove the cost into 9 figures. Royal wedding. Come on.
I was going to say, and they didn't, the country paid for it. But that's freaking, wow. Holy smokes.
As we all know, Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez had a star-studded Venetian wedding that cost as much as $55 million. And this hefty bill included, but wasn't limited to, renting out 5 luxury hotels, 90 private jets, 30 water taxis, and catering from a 3 Michelin star chef.
You see what he said there? 90 private jets.
That's right.
If you're doing the wedding, you pay for everything. I guess I assume that all of these people did all of that, right? The Umbani, is that his name? He probably flew everybody there, right? And he was flying people everywhere, back and forth for those 3 months? Okay. All right.
Definitely.
It sounds kind of lovely. I take back everything that I said.
And then, of course, Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan's wedding wasn't the ring or the dress or the food or the flowers that cost so much, but security. The wedding cost around $45 million, and $40 million of that was allocated to security measures.
Wow. Dramatic. Get married somewhere else.
All for them to be like, we moving to Santa Barbara. Bye, Queen.
What a waste of taxpayer dollars. Holy smokes. If you live in England, Josh, and this is happening and you're paying for their wedding, are you salty?
The saltiest.
Right? Mm-hmm. It's so fucked up. It's just such a strange thing that they do there.
I'm salty that we paid for Kash Patel to go binge drink with Team USA.
Yeah, it's weird. All of it's weird. 100%. Don't show me that. I completely agree. If he's there, it's just like anybody else on a business trip, Josh. Okay, you assume they're doing business. Sure, if at night they end up at the casino, it's not like you told your boss. You went to the casino. It's your time. You do what you're going to do. But for us, we shouldn't be able to see that stuff. I'm with you. I don't want to pay for that shit.
Do you think if Kash Patel started his rap career, he'd go by Counting Cash?
Honestly, Kash Patel is the perfect rapper name. That's it.
Counting
he sounds
Cash
like
Patel.
a rapper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Count Dracula. This episode of the Good Guys Podcast is brought to you by our friends at Peck. Folks, here's the hard truth you don't want to hear. You can spend all the money on serums, but if your cells are stressed and dehydrated, nothing will grow. This year, let's stop the broken resolutions and fully commit to the internal fix your skin has been begging you for. The secret, you might ask? It requires a powerful 2-part solution. 1 element to fight inflammation and 1 element to guarantee deep cellular hydration. That's why matcha and electrolytes, the duo, is essential for skin transformation. This is Peck, where spirit meets science, aspirational wellness. For people who want to perform at the highest level, I am aspirational wellness. That is me. We're talking the top 1%. Maybe that's not me, but I'm still in that category. I think I'm aspiring to wellness, where only the best inputs will do. Peck takes the most powerful botanicals, minerals, and vitamins from nature and elevates them with cutting-edge extraction technology, creating supplements you'll actually take. Peck's Radiant Skin Duo is the solution. It's simple, powerful combination. delivers the antioxidants and deep hydration required to transform your complexion from the inside out. Folks, introducing Duo. We're talking, okay, reset, rebuild. Let's talk about it. Sun Goddess Matcha, your morning reset button. It's a cult favorite for a reason. Ceremonial grade volcanic soil matcha that calms and detoxes the skin from within. What about the BT Fountain, your all-day beauty hydration? This is luxury hydration, not a sports electrolyte that rebuilds and rehydrates your complexion. Folks, whether you're going Sun Goddess Matcha, whether you're going BT Foundation, this is the way you should be hydrating, because it's luxe, because it's cool, because it's from the earth, because it's from the ground, and all this stuff tastes fantastic. I'm telling you folks, you gotta redefine your standard of health, okay, by going to peaklife.com/goodguys to secure 20% off your order and begin your intentional wellness journey today. Again, at Peak, P-I-Q-U-E, life.com/goodguys. That's Peak, P-I-Q-U-E, life.com/goodguys. This episode of the Good Guys Podcast is brought to you by our friends at Little Spoon. Folks, anyone who's a parent knows feeding decisions aren't a one-time thing. You make them again and again and again, stage after stage. And too often, the options out there, whether you're feeding a baby, a toddler, or a big kid, just don't meet the standards you want for your child. Parents are constantly asked to compromise on ingredients, nutrition, transparency, even safety. It's meshuggah, and really makes you wonder, why does it feel like there are more high-quality food options for dogs than there are for kids? On top of everything else parents are juggling, that constant uncertainty is exhausting. And simply put, families deserve better, which is why, folks, we decided to try Little Spoon. And let me tell you, it was the best decision we ever made. Nieces, nephews, babies, big kids, everybody, okay? Everybody loves delicious food delivered to your door, made with real ingredients, where you don't have to rethink every choice, okay? You don't have to rethink, is this good for my child? The answer is yes. Little Spoon did the work, folks, and it shows up right at your door and takes one big decision off your plate without compromising on what's important to you. And knowing you're helping set your kid up with healthy habits for life, that's the peace of mind that matters, folks. We're talking baby stage, toddler stage, wherever you are, big kid stage, they have it all, folks. We're talking snacks, okay? Beyond smoothies and Yogo snack pouches, Little Spoon makes better for you versions of kids' favorites like Fruit Rippers and Cookie Dipsters. Modern junk-free snack swaps with kid-craved flavors. They still want to have fun. I've been saying this forever. Kids still want to have fun with their food. They just shouldn't be eating the crap that we ate. And Little Spoon understands that. Fun doesn't need to mean unhealthy. Fun can still be healthy. Healthy fun. Folks, feeding the kids doesn't have to be complicated. Little Spoon makes it easy with real nutritionally balanced meals and snacks designed for every stage. It shows up ready to go, takes the pressure off, and somehow still gets devoured, veggies and all. No artificial dyes, flavors, or sweeteners either. And you know what? That's a win I'll take every single time. Get 30% off your first order online at littlespoon.com/goodguys with code GOODGUYS. That's LITTLESPOON.com/goodguys with code GOODGUYS for 30% off your first order.
My son has a weird obsession. My middle son, Shai, who's 3, has a weird obsession and fear, but it like tempts him with the Count from Sesame Street because he's so scared of him. And yet he doesn't want to feel so scared. So when he comes on the screen, he goes, Dad, look, it's the Count. And I finally said, and he's like, the Count's not nice. And I was like, everyone on Sesame Street's nice, even Oscar the Grouch. I was like, but what is it, bud? What scares you so much about him? He's like, it's his sharp teeth. They're like a dinosaur. I was like,
he's not wrong.
Fair enough.
By the way, it's good that he's scared of the blood-sucking Count Dracula. Like, that's good. Good on him. Like, that's human nature. It's not like me. I think, 5 years old. I was invited to a sleepover. It was like a kindergarten birthday sleepover. They showed us Terminator. I had literally nightmares for 4 months. Yeah. Arnold Schwarzenegger gave me nightmares for 4 months. Terrible. And just like, I don't know, what the hell is wrong with parents? Would you ever do that? Have you ever been put in a situation where Max is having a play date with someone and you're picking what the other kid is watching and the kid maybe insinuates that he wouldn't be able to watch this at home and you're putting it on. Like, I always thought that was crazy.
Yeah, I would be basically whatever kid is in my house that aren't my kids kind of set the tone as far as basically we have the limit in which what we allow our kids to watch. So we're never going to go over that no matter who's over. But if there's a kid who's under that, or maybe their parents aren't big on screens, we'll try to honor that.
Yeah, which I think is right. But this idea that when I was 5 years old, I was watching like fucking Winnie the Pooh. Like my parents were so like they made sure that I never watched anything scary. To go to a birthday party and then show the Terminator in retrospect is insanity. Right?
Nuts.
Completely nuts.
You know,
I guess they were more fun than me. I don't know.
Speaking of Team USA, I do want to call myself out, and you can feel free to join me, Ben, but I will just talk about myself. I am a little bit a part of the problem because last week when we recorded, we had just come off the men's win. We recorded on a Monday. They had just won on Sunday, and we were so hyped and excited, and it is wonderful. But I didn't mention how fucking badass it is that the women's hockey team won just as hard and just as spectacularly. They're incredible athletes. They're the bomb.com, and I just want to give them their shine too. Team USA women's hockey, you're the best. Please come on the pod. We love you.
Totally. Love every Olympian. I do want to just blanket statement, just because we don't include someone doesn't mean we're not proud of them. Like, I just have my head up my ass. But of course, great. Women's hockey team, gold? Hell yeah. I'm in. I'm all for it. Come on. Come on board. Teach me how to play hockey. I'm going to send you the clip. I don't think she was a part of Team USA. I think it might have been college hockey. I saw a TikTok clip of one of the coolest moves I've ever seen, male or female. She literally did something with the stick and the puck. She threw the puck in the air with her stick and then threw it back down and pushed it between a girl's legs. I'll send it to you. It was fucking tough.
Sick.
It was sick. It was sick. Okay, Josh, I have a question for you. What's one pharmacy over-the-counter drug you will never buy generic?
Ooh, that's a toughie. I basically only buy generic. I can never think of a good reason, except I do love a Ricola, and I've never seen anyone be able to copy the recipe.
It's funny. I thought about this. I think I really can't trust ibuprofen. I don't know. Sometimes my mom will just give me that random little red pill. She's like, it's the same thing as Advil. I'm like, is it though? Is it really the same, Mom? And my mom, she keeps her ibuprofen in the same loose container as her off-brand Tums that taste and smell like an orange creamsicle. So when she hands me the ibuprofen, it smells and tastes like a creamsicle. And I'm just like, this can't work. It can't work. So for me, it's Advil, Tylenol. I can't buy generic. I can't. Even though it might be the same thing. Maybe it is.
It is.
I don't know. I've also tried generic Flonase. Not the same, Josh. Not the same.
Doesn't have
Even
the
though
same
I know
kick.
you're going to tell me it's the same. Doesn't give me the same nice feeling up here. It doesn't do it for me. It doesn't do it for me.
I mean, there is that delicious Advil candy coating that just, and you get that nice little brown film down the tongue, and you say, I just took something that's going to help me. These A's and P's, these aches and pains are about to go bye-bye.
See you later. A and B. I love that we're also talking or we're acting as if liquid gels aren't like, I don't think we've had candy coating in like 15 years.
No, dude, that's still the standard.
Is it the candy coating?
You only do liquid gel. Man,
I think so. Is
you're doing well.
Is that a rich move? Is that a rich move?
A little bit.
Who knew? Oh, actually, no. If I ever get the travel size, which sometimes I get, the one that sounds like you're shaking coins, that has the candy coated ones.
I mean, as you know, I'm an Amazon One medical partner, and I get a lot of my over the counter from Amazon. I'm telling you, it's good stuff. And
Interesting.
do I love a generic Dayquil and NyQuil? You better believe I do. A nice generic Zyrtec. Yeah, basically like Costco and which my What Are You Nuts was at a Costco recently. But yeah, Costco or Amazon brand. That's where I'm getting me meds.
Interesting. I'm like a Duane Reade, CVS, Walgreens only. I don't think I've ever shopped for drugs anywhere else or through TikTok when I see Dr. Amen or whatever the fuck his name is swindle me into buying his newest potion. But besides that, Walgreens, CVS, Duane Reade. That's where I'm getting all of my stuff. Josh, I have another question for you.
Please.
What's one social situation you always try to leave early?
Every social situation. I hate being social.
So let's flip it. What's one social situation that you'd actually like to stay for?
Well, let me ask you this, because you being one of the most major players in my life, and my wife, you guys are trailblazing a diagnosis for me that I'm on the spectrum. Like you and my wife. You and my wife are like in total agreement. Paige is like, I'm like, Ben said this the other day. She's like, because he's right. I'm like, word? She's like, yeah, dude. She's like, you rewatch things too much. I'm like, that's a sign? She's like, you eat chocolate bars without the wrapper and let your fingers get all chocolatey. It's weird, dog. I'm like, it's outrageous, all right? Chill the fuck out. So,
oh my God.
Is that why I would prefer, I don't know. I get burned out socially quick, and I'm always like, give me a task, let me get away. It's a lot. It's a lot for me.
Yeah.
How are you?
So I think it's a couple of things. I think one, because I do it sometimes now, the ask to be in a situation like that sober is really fucking hard. They call it a social lubricant for a reason. You have to be a very intentional person to walk into a party and say, I am excited to meet new people. I'm excited to catch up on nothing. And I'm excited for the night. I think alcohol typically makes that easier. So that's the first part that's just not in your favor and not in your camp. But when I go into a situation now, yeah, I do unfortunately want it to end rather quickly. I much prefer a dinner, but even a dinner, I used to like 2-on-2. Now I think I need at least 6. I think that the social pressures of a 2-couple dinner are too much. It's too much because just in case Claudia isn't loving talking to the husband or the wife, like I think you need some more buffer in that situation. But yeah, I always go into a social situation, or I try my hardest to go into every social situation saying that I'm going to have a great time. But yeah, I often want to leave early, for sure. And the ones that I don't want to leave early are the ones that aren't productions. The social situation that I don't want to leave early is when my best friend invites me to a barbecue at his house. And I'm going by the pool and I'm bringing my kids, and it's not a to-do. If a brand is inviting me to something, if a person is inviting me to something that's supposed to be star-studded, I'm running out as quickly as I can. It's just not fun. It's not, you don't want to spend time away from your family with people that you don't know. That's the biggest thing. If you're going to spend time away from your family, you want it to be fun. You want it to be with your homies. You want it to be like like something that you get something out of, not something where everybody gets something out of you being there. That's the other thing. And that sometimes just, I don't know. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm interested to hear what you think of. I think the kind of social interaction I like, unless it's like a kickback with like my close homies, like my good buddies were like, we're free to move around. I can like smoke some hookah. We're eating good food. Maybe there's a fight on. Maybe we're going in the pool. Like that I love. When it's like a close kickback, not like a huge group. But I think the social interactions that I think people resist the most and basically overwhelmingly dislike, because I think most people
What's
like,
that?
well, I think most people like parties or these manufactured social experiences, because in theory everyone is pre-qualified who are there. They're either friends of the people that have invited you, so you already feel like some vetting took place, or
Sure.
it's at an event, so those people are fancy, they have something to offer you. There's like a shared level of opportunity. I love talking to people at the airport. I
Okay.
want to meet people that have nothing to do with me and
Yes.
can offer a experience, a career, a family life, something particular that's so unique to them where I can just say, tell me all about that. Because I don't need to talk to people who are in the business. Very little could interest me less.
Yeah.
But I certainly want to talk to someone who's living in a city I've never been to, having an experience I've never had.
Yeah, that's fair. You lost me at airport, and then you got me back at the end. When I'm going through an airport, I'm A to B.
I'm sure.
Like zooming through and zooming out, and my entire, unless I'm sitting next to you on a plane. If I'm sitting next to you on a plane, maybe you could catch me in a moment where I'm not working and I'm not hyper focused on where I'm getting to. But I do love meeting interesting people. That's often why I love, and I guess this goes against what you said with like a pre-vetted, I love a dinner party. I really love a dinner party. I love when the host takes it upon themselves to not just invite the same type of person. I love when the host brings in people from different walks of life, their close friends from childhood, but also maybe a work acquaintance, but also like very different people. I love that. But yeah, to your point, we've turned a lot of parties are just networking events, and they used to be called networking events. Like a networking event is where you do networking. A party's supposed to be where you have fun. It shouldn't be like immediately, oh, what do you do? Or, oh, how can I extract value from you? Or whatever it may be. But that's why I love the dinner party. The dinner party is my version of what you said happens at an airport, where I get to meet new people that I've never met before in an intimate setting where it's very, like, tell me your life story. And I like hearing their life story.
Right.
And I want to throw more dinner parties. That's my 2026. Ben wants to throw more dinner parties. I want to be the person who curates that and brings that to life and makes all the food. Like nothing makes me happier than the idea of that. In execution, would I love it? I don't know. But I love the idea of it.
I think there's also about what you project. I will say this, and this will sound, I want this to be clear that it's massive appreciation, even though it might sound a little conceited or schmucky. I get treated really nicely in this world. I know it. When you're a celebrity or a quasi-celebrity, such as myself, everywhere becomes a small town. You go to your small town and you know the guy at the general store and at the supermarket. Like that is kind of my life a little bit for the most part. And especially because usually those people who are working those like more part-time jobs are like in their 20s. And so it's like more gig economy workers. So I spend a lot of my time where people look at me and go like, hey, like, how can I be helpful to you? And I'm like, oh man, that is so nice. And I try to return it in kind. But I also think there's something powerful about a guy like me, a guy like you, right? Like we're 30s, 6 foot plus. I round up, I'm 5'11", you're over 6 feet. Men. And I think in general, people assume that we're not interested, right? Because we're like busy thinking about our work and ourselves. And that when we walk into a situation where it wouldn't necessarily require great interaction and we give a smile and we give how's your day going, right? Like you just do the little extra. I think it goes a really long way and it allows for some interesting conversation.
It's also important to remember in that moment that you made their day doing that. Like last night, we went out to dinner. We were leaving, me, Claudia, and Ruby were going to get some ice cream. And somebody approached us, big fan. And my brain these days is just like, how do I get out of an interaction as quickly as possible? Because Ruby's there. For whatever reason, my guard is just Not for whatever reason. My guard is up like never before when Ruby is there.
Sure.
And I do need to closer examine how I meet in the middle, how I still give a really nice reaction, because I previously loved those interactions. I loved asking how somebody was doing, what they were up to, who they were, where they were from, those quick interactions. But when I'm with Ruby, it's always, how do I get Ruby out of a situation with a stranger? It just is what it is. And so I have to find some middle ground there.
Yeah, I was that way with Max initially because I noticed that when I would get asked for pictures when he became like 3 or 4 years old, he started to instinctively, because I never wanted him in the picture, he would instinctively, when people would come up, he would just move away from me, like just 2 feet away, right? And I hated that because I felt like people were infringing on our time together. So I used to just give a really nice no whenever I was with the kids, like, so nice to meet you. I'm sorry I'm with my kids. You know, I'd rather not do a photo, but thank you and nice to meet you. Now it's kind of like there's somewhere in the middle, right? Like we were at the Kings game. Shout out the Kings, lovely organization. Shout out my friend Matt Green, who's the new assistant coach of the LA Kings. Shout out Matt Green.
Excuse me.
Lucky
Insider.
LA Kings. And they invited Max and my buddy Kid David to the game. And they put me up on the big Jumbotron, which I've never been on, but it was ridiculous. Wow. And I had a moment of thought because Max is next to me and like any kid, he's 7 and he starts jumping up like this. And I saw that the cameraman was being respectful and only getting me. And I was like, what do I do here? Because I do want to keep him as private as possible, but he wants to be on the Jumbotron because he's a kid. And so I just made the choice of like grabbing him and like lifting his arms up, and they got like a 2-second shot of the both of us. And I'm like, I think this is okay too.
I think it's situational. I think in that situation, for sure. You chose to bring him to the game. He's at the game. He's a kid. Every kid in the world wants to be on the Jumbotron.
Yeah.
Couldn't agree more. But yeah, for now, it's easy enough for us to take the picture but turn the stroller away.
Totally.
When he's walking, it's a different story. So we'll see. I don't know. I don't know what we'll do yet, but if I was rude to you yesterday, I apologize. Also, we got such delicious ice cream. I wish I remembered the name of the place. And I think I did the fattest thing I've ever done in my life. I'm on day 9 or 10.
Is this your best bite of the week?
Last night was my best bite of the week. I will tell you where. I'll look in my phone and tell you the restaurant because it was so good. But no, this was ice cream. I got like a moose track situation, some marshmallow fluff. It was delicious. Claudia got this peanut butter cup situation. She had a scoop, okay? I took her scoop. I ate her scoop too. That's too fat. I finished my ice cream and I finished half of her ice cream. It's too fat.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have done that.
In a cone, no cone.
Cup.
So it was what, a scoop and a half? You're fine.
No. She got, the first fat move. She got a small, I got a medium/large. Okay? So hers was 2 scoops, mine was 3 scoops. So I had my 3 scoops.
That's a lot.
Then she had 1 scoop and I had her 4th scoop.
Okay, that's about 1,400 calories.
It was too much. It was too much. But before my best bite of the week, I had basically like Japanese style tapas. And it was this place in Del Rey. Let me get the name of it because it was so freaking good.
Can I tell you one of my favorite ice cream indulgences? Like, it's crazy how much I like it.
Tell me.
I love those half-dipped waffle cones in chocolate and sprinkles with the ice cream in it. That, to me, is like the ultimate texture move. Oh, do I love that.
So this place was called Akira Back. Akira Back in Del Rey.
Akira Big Back.
And it was fantastic. What was this dish that I got? I'll tell you the name. It was fantastic. It was, the salmon tataki. So it was basically like pieces of salmon and tuna, the salmon tuna tataki, but they put it over, it was almost this like wasabi foam. It had this heat. It was so good. And when fish is that fresh, anything you do with it will taste good. I got another one that was like that. It was little tuna tacos with a delicious spicy mayonnaise. This place, the fish was fantastic.
Sick.
I loved it. Highly recommend. You had a best bite this week? Anything yummy?
Oh, yeah. My wife made a hand roll bar at our house.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. You're living good.
So for the boys, my son loves like kind of like it's it's basically a non-breaded orange chicken that she like basically slices. She makes the chicken and then she puts it in like this yummy teriyaki marmalade thing. And then because he loves like an amusubi. So basically we had the seaweed, the rice, then he puts his little chicken thing on there, wraps it up real tight, maybe with a little cucumber or avocado. He was in heaven. I was doing it. My wife, who's vegan, obviously, she'll do like a chopped macadamia nut, spicy mayo type mixture thing, veganese, which is such a yummy texture, plays so good. And then I had some of my beloved Costco tuna tartare, my tuna ponzu already pre-cut, already marinated, throwing that. A good hand roll, babe, is like a whole other experience.
So good. So good. When the fish is good. Have you had that Thai tuna roll at Hillstone?
Beyond. Macadamia nut.
The macadamia nut, that's what Paige's dish reminds me of. That texture where you get the nut in a sushi roll. When somebody nuts in your sushi roll.
Ew, stop. Ew. You're nuts.
Ben C just gave me the death eyes.
Ben C, I'm so sorry for that.
That was so funny. Should we get to some moron mail?
Yes, let's get to moron mail.
Okay, all right. So we have, again, we're doing exclusively email. goodguyspodcast1@gmail.com. Write into us, and we could read them aloud. No more speak pipes, no more of this crap. It's 100% anonymous, and it's fantastic. It's been much better, Josh. Wouldn't you agree?
Totally.
Okay, folks, this one's insane. My friend brought his own ribeye to my dinner party and asked me to cook it because he, quote, prefers it. I did it, but I've been annoyed ever since. Is this something you laugh off or confront them because it's quietly disrespectful? Josh, this is the most disrespectful thing you can possibly do, bringing your own meat to somebody else's barbecue, okay? Unless you're bringing it for everyone and you told them ahead of time, I'm not your short order cook, okay? I'm not here to just make your meat for you. That's not the way this works. You're coming to my barbecue. I'm making something fantastic. If you say to me before, Ben, I just got in a huge case of Snake Rivers. You want me to bring over 6 of them and use them because they're great? Different story. If I've already prepared a meal and you show up with a raw ribeye and ask me to cook it, no. Terrible. What do you think?
First of all, shout out Snake River. I miss you terribly. They don't message me back anymore. You know what it's a sign of, Ben? And it's only gets worse with age. And I think it's one of the worst qualities one can have is rigidity. Don't be so rigid. It's not all about you and your fucking steak, Ron. I know you got it flown in. I know you're stomach sensitive because some quack doctor, naturopath told you you're Crohn's adjacent. You're not Crohn's adjacent. It's not a thing. Okay? What are you going to go get Sky Pixa? What's that? What's the drug?
Sky Rizzy?
Sky Rizzy? Is that what it's called?
One of them is. One of them
Shit,
is definitely
dog.
called Sky Rizzy.
I've had Sky Riz for a minute now, dog.
That's for sure a medication. Sky Rizzy. Another thing, Josh, that's important, which I'm telling myself as I talk to you about this, and our caller in, writer in, this is not your last meal.
That's right.
It's really hard for me to always remember that when I'm going 100%. When I go to a restaurant, when I'm cooking a barbecue, I feel like it's my last meal, but it's not. If I don't have the perfect bite of steak for this singular meal, it's okay. Show up, have a good time, be a good guest, That's it. That's it. Enjoy what they've done for you. You want to make your steaks? Host a fucking barbecue. Invite them over, and then you can make whatever the hell you want.
When I got sober, I started at this men's stag meeting, all guys meeting, and there would be guys who would come in there and they would share and they would complain about their wife or their girlfriend. And the guys would stop them and go, unless you're going to bring her in next week for counterpoint, then you're not allowed to just shit on her. Because if there's no, what do they say? They used to say if a guy would come in and start to attack or criticize their wife or their partner, they would say, you listen to me. We're not doing that unless we're going to invite her in next week for counterpoint, because if we are not the problem, there is no solution. It's not about outside of us. So if that ribeye becomes your solution, if there's a problem with it, you have no control. What you have control over is you being amenable, going with the flow, being in service of the party. And it's not about your big, stupid ribeye. It's the marbling. Oh, I want the cap. I like the heart of the ribeye. What?
Who cares?
Cow farts are ruining the environment.
And if you like it, eat it at home. Josh, I'm going straight into What Are You Nuts because you reminded me of something that I wanted to share.
Please.
Okay? Our What Are You Nuts moment is our gripes with people, places, and things, both big and tall, whatever's sticking in your craw.
Yeah.
My What Are You Nuts is me. Sometimes I drive myself crazy. Do you ever have that realization that the person in your life driving you crazy is actually you?
Every day.
I had that realization recently, and it was like sometimes I put so much pressure to accomplish so many things in a given day that when somebody, maybe I have to do something that I didn't originally account for. Maybe I have to take a meeting that wasn't on my calendar. Maybe I have to pick up my son. Maybe I have to do all of these things. If I don't get to something until tomorrow, it's not a big deal. Mm-hmm. It's not. And I'm telling myself that. I'm telling myself, what are you nuts for putting so much pressure on yourself to do something so unbelievably insignificant today just because you told yourself that you were going to do it today? It doesn't fucking matter if you do it tomorrow. It doesn't matter if you do it tonight. And I'm not talking about procrastinating, because somebody could hear this and they're like, oh, but you'll just put it off forever. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about if you have a list and you miss something on your list, okay, you'll do it tomorrow. Don't be so hard on yourself. That's my therapeutic What Are You Nuts. Josh, what do you got?
I was recently at a Costco. As we know, we love the samples, and I especially love when they do extra style samples, right? Where like the guy from the company comes in and does like a little bit of a show with it. So there was this flatbread focaccia type thing that was delicious, and the guy selling it was a What Are You Nuts, and I loved it because I was like, dog, you are at a Costco and your clientele is not gonna perhaps respond as well to yo. He was like, yo, we got garlic focaccia. He was like, I was like, gee, are you gangbanging focaccia? He's like, over here we got Chipotle focaccia. It's the bomb. I'm like, bro, I love it. I love it, but you're selling focaccia, dog. Like, maybe just ease it a little bit. He was gangbanging focaccia. That's why. What do you know?
Yeah, you're scaring people. Stop scaring people, okay?
And it didn't stop me. It was delish.
By the way, free samples. The other day, I was in the mall. I went to is it Lauterach? Lauterach? How do you pronounce that chocolate brand? Lauterday? Lauterach? No, that's the soap brand.
I don't know.
Okay, whatever. Fancy Swiss chocolates, okay? I heard the woman's giving free samples away of hazelnut chocolate. So I go in line, the person before, it's like, what do you have here? She's like, hazelnut chocolate. I'm like, the next person, what do you got here? Hazelnut chocolate. I go up to her, I say, I want you to know, I'm here for the hazelnut chocolate. Yeah, she gave me a piece of chocolate. She's like, you want another piece? I'm like, do I want another piece? There's nothing better than a free sample, okay? I took 2 of them. Folks, this episode's 5 stars. Otherwise, what are you, nuts? Listen to us wherever you get your podcast. Screw you, Mr. Beast. I'm doing the original. Listen to us wherever you get your podcast. Watch us on YouTube. Share our clips. No, it's too long, Josh. They're right. Mr. Beast is right, okay, folks? 5 stars. Give us 5 stars. Otherwise, what are you, nuts? And every week, we're going to read a beautiful 5-star review. I don't want your 1 stars, your 2 stars, your 3 stars, your 4. Your 5 stars, your 6 stars, your 7 stars, and more. That's all I want, Josh. You like that? That's pretty good.
No.
Read 1 5-star review a week. Josh, you got anything for us?
From Sweet Caroline, 5 big booms. This podcast gets 5 big stars and 5 big booms. Love you guys. Always making my day.
Mondays and Thursdays, folks. We will see you next time.
Yeah.